weather balloons, aka Chinese spy balloons. G'day guys, how's it going? My name's AussieTash. These balloons, they're just popping up everywhere, aren't they? Even in Canada. Today we're going to watch the interview with Prime Minister Justin Trudeau talking about how these flying objects are a very dangerous situation. But before we do, please remember to jump on, hit that subscribe button. That would really help me out. Or come on and join my Discord. You'll find the link in the description down below. Okay, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau, a very serious situation. Let's go.
I'm wondering if NORAD is working the way it's supposed to. Why are we not detecting these objects before they enter North American airspace?
Actually, we are ensuring that we're monitoring together the airspace. NORAD is one of the only joint commands for territorial defense in the world. Canadians and Americans are in the joint command for protection of our territory. So as it's picked up over Alaska by NORAD, we are part of tracking that in Canada as well. We're working very, very closely together, and in my conversation with President Biden on Saturday afternoon, we emphasized that we will continue to work in a seamless, integrated way to make sure we're protecting everyone who lives on this continent.
Okay, so it's my understanding this so-called weather balloon, we're not sure what it is, was flying over Canadian borders. Justin Trudeau makes a call to Joe Biden brings his jets in, shoots it down. Okay.
How much more urgent will these issues be when you and President Biden meet again in the next coming weeks?
No more urgent than they are right now. This is a very serious situation that we are taking incredibly seriously. The actions we're taking to protect North American airspace, the actions we're taking to recover and analyze these objects, the importance of defending our territorial integrity, our sovereignty, has rarely been as important as it is now. Obviously, it was important that our ministers and our officials keep talking. It's important that the President and I have a direct conversation on Saturday afternoon as these actions are underway. But it will give us even more to talk about when we get together in March.
Please let me know, how big is the Canadian Army? Do you have the defences? Do you have the jets to shoot down these weather balloons? I'm not sure if Australia has fighter jets like this. Why did they need to call America in to shoot them down? Or was it just that America's seen them, they got there first, they shot them down? Leave a message. Tell me about the capabilities of the Canadian Air Force Army.
Hi, Virginiane, CBC, and si c'est possible aussi de traduire pour mes
If it's
collègues
possible to
francophones.
translate for my
Some
francophone
say
colleagues,
that there's no greater example of the weakness of our Air Force capacity than watching American jets destroying flying objects over Canadian soil. Why was it American jets that shut down the object?
NORAD is a joint command, which means we do things together over North America. And there were Canadian and American fighter jets scrambled to intercept the object and to take it down. It was very much based on the context and the situations of who was there, who had the capacity to do it before we lost the object into darkness or into situations. Our focus was not on which side gets credit for what. Our focus was on running the operation smoothly and successfully. That's what NORAD is all about, and that's a perfect example of how seamlessly we work together.
Can Justin Trudeau speak French? Or was it just the reporter can only speak French, so that's why that it needed to be translated? Please leave a comment, let me know. I've seen interviews with his dad when he was Prime Minister of Canada. He spoke very fluent French. I'm assuming Justin speaks French. Let me know.
how it works.
Can you reassure Yukoners, and if so, what allows you to reassure them that right now there's no threat for the land, the water, or the health of the people living in the surrounding communities?
We are deploying all measures possible to keep Canadians safe. We understand that Yukoners, and I spoke with the Indigenous leaders, the First Nations leaders in the affected territory last night, are rightly concerned about the impact on their citizens, but are also recognizing that the decision was taken to take this down over fairly unpopulated and sparsely populated territory to make sure that the safety of Canadians and of Yukoners was first and foremost. In the recovery efforts, a lot of it is going to be around searching for and hopefully finding the object, but there are also places and teams in place to make sure that whether it's hazardous, whether there's who knows what associated with the object, it be properly dealt with by people with the proper training to make sure that there is no risk to human life as it is recovered.
I know the recovery effort is ongoing, but NORAD told the Associated Press this weekend that they have an idea of what this aircraft is. Is there any reason we don't have more information on what this aircraft is?
Our focus right now is on recovering it. Obviously, there is much analysis going on at the highest levels of NORAD in both Canada and the United States to try and understand more, to facilitate in the location of the object, and to understand better and be able to answer the questions that Canadians have. And as soon as we have more clarity and better answers to give to Canadians, we will be giving them.
It's a very serious situation, isn't it? It's very scary. It was shot over the Yukon, over a lake in the Yukon. I'm not quite sure what the lake is. Please leave a comment, let me know. These poor people at the Yukon, how scared would they be feeling knowing that that was flying up above them and it was shot down, not knowing what it was? Who put it up there? Who sent it there? These are really, really scary times. And this is the third time this has happened this year. The White House are coming out and saying, it's not a UFO. It's not a UFO. The Chinese are coming out and saying, it wasn't us. Well, if it's not them, who is it? Very scary times. Also, this is blowing my mind. Old Justin Trudeau here. He is standing in the snow. There is a snow blizzard going on back there. He's got his cute little smile. He's not even wearing a beanie. How is he not freezing? I just can't believe it.
So this is 3 aircraft shot down this weekend, or this past weekend. Do we have no idea whether this is a pattern or whether these are connected?
Well, I think obviously there is some sort of pattern in there. The fact that we are seeing this in a significant degree over the past week is a cause for interest and close attention, which is exactly what we're doing. We've deployed significant resources here to be able to recover the object, as well as diplomatic and international engagements going on to find more information and to get solutions on this.
Which communities in the Yukon can expect authorities to be dealing with debris, and what can communities expect?
We are searching what is a fairly large area that is roughly put between Dawson and Mayo, I believe, is in the area. We are obviously sending a lot of Canadian Armed Forces and RCMP resources to lead on the search in the coming days. But as time goes on, we will for sure have different instructions to give to local outfitters and trappers and people who may be in the area. For now, however, it really needs to be the Canadian Armed Forces leading the recovery efforts, because we, as I've said, we don't know the degree of hazard that could be involved in this object that was downed, and we have to be safe.
And how do you plan to work with Yukon's Premier and Indigenous leaders to keep Canadian sovereignty safe, and what does that mean?
Well, obviously, the responsibility of the federal government and the armed forces is to make sure, and NORAD is to make sure Canadian sovereignty is protected and maintained. But we do that in partnership. You can't talk about protection and sovereignty in the North without talking about and talking with the people who've lived here for millennia. And that's always been at the core of how we need to operate in the North, how we need to work in partnership with the local communities and local leadership. I have to say that the Premier has been an outstanding partner as we've shared what information we have and keep them apprised, but also leaning in on the chiefs of the territories affected so that they can keep their people safe as well. As is always the case. It'll be about the partnerships and the close collaboration across different orders of government and different sectors that makes things work well in this area.
I think that was very well spoken. I don't want to get all political with what's happening here, but protecting the Canadian sovereignty, their rules, that would be very, very important. The government just can't march in there and say, look, we need to search this, we need to go through this. That's just not how it goes. There are traditions, there are rules, and they need to be respectful. So I'm hoping that goes well. I'm going to stay up to date with this and see how things go, see how things progress, see what they find. All the way here in Australia, nothing like this really happens. So I'm finding this really, really interesting. We're seeing it on TV. We're seeing, the Americans in their press conferences from the White House saying they're not UFOs. They're possibly Chinese spy balloons. The Chinese are saying, no, it wasn't us. And then you've got poor old Canada. They're just like, we don't know what to do. We have no idea what it is. We just need it to be shot out of our skies. I found this very, very interesting. I've never really seen Justin Trudeau talk much, never really seen him in action. I really enjoyed this interview. What are your concerns about what's going on as Canadians? Please share your comments. Let me know. Let's not get too political. Just let me know your feelings. Are you scared? Are you concerned? Do you think it's a UFO even? That's a theory. Okay, that was the video for today. I enjoyed it. If you did, smash the like button, leave a comment, and remember to subscribe. That would really help me out. Cheers from down under. Stay safe. Stay away from those weather balloons. Take care. Bye.